forecasts from the National Weather Service in White Lake at a frequency of 162.45 megahertz. Here is the forecast for southeast lower Michigan. Rest of today, cloudy. Highs around 70. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy in the evening and becoming lows in the lower 50s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs around 70. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And now the forecast for the Erie Shoreline region. Rest of today, cloudy. Highs in the lower 70s. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 50s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs around 70. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Also, the forecast for northwest Ohio. Today, cloudy. A 20% chance of drizzle in the morning. Patchy fog in the morning. Highs in the lower 70s. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-50s. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And now the remainder of the 7-day forecast for the listening area. Friday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the lower 50s. East winds up to 5 miles per hour. Saturday, mostly cloudy. A 30% chance of rain showers in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds up to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Showers and chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Then chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows around 60. Chance of precipitation 80%. Sunday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 70s. Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Monday, sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. Monday night, clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Tuesday night, mostly clear. Lows around 50. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. These are the 11 a.m. observations for Thursday. In Adrian, it was cloudy. The temperature was 62 degrees, the dew point 59, and the relative humidity 90%. The wind was northeast at 8 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.33 inches and steady. In other local observations, fog was reported with a temperature of 64 at Monroe, 65 at Lambertville, 58 at Hillsdale, 67 at Toledo, and 68 at Defiance. In Detroit, it was cloudy with a temperature of 64. Observations from the rest of the region. Fog was reported with a temperature of 68 at Cleveland and 67 at Fort Wayne. At Cincinnati, it was mostly sunny with a temperature of 83. It was cloudy with a temperature of 61 at Angola, 54 at Alpena, 55 at Grand Rapids, and 64 at Chicago. These are the 11 a.m. rain observations for Thursday at Port Hope. The wind was north at 15 miles an hour. The report from Port Huron was not available. At Mount Clemens, the wind was north at 12 miles an hour. At Rose Hill, the wind was northeast at 9 miles an hour. At Monroe, the wind was north at 5 miles an hour. The report from Saginaw Bay at Light was not available. At Crowley Shoals and Outer Saginaw Bay, the wind was north at 15 knots, gusting to 18. At Harbor Beach, the wind was north at 13 knots, gusting to 15. For the North Lake Huron buoy northeast of Alpena, the wind was north at 8 knots, gusting to 12. And the waves were 2 feet. South Lake Huron buoy recorded winds from the north at 16 knots. Water temperature is 63 degrees. Air temperature is 57. For the Western Lake Erie buoy northeast of Sandusky, the wind was northeast at 14 knots, gusting to 16. The waves were 2 feet. Toledo Light recorded winds from the north at 11 knots. Air temperature is 64. This is No Weather Radio All Hazards, station WMG 647 in Adrian. The station broadcasts from the National Weather Service in White Lake at a frequency of 162.45 megahertz. Here is the forecast for southeast lower Michigan. Rest of today, cloudy. Highs around 70. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 50s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs around 70. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And now the forecast for the Erie Shoreline region. Rest of today, cloudy. Highs in the lower 70s. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 50s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs around 70. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Also, the forecast for northwest Ohio. Today, cloudy. A 20% chance of drizzle in the morning. Patchy fog in the morning. Highs in the lower 70s. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Lows in the mid-50s. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And now the remainder of the 7-day forecast for the listening area. Friday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the lower 50s. East winds up to 5 miles per hour. Saturday, mostly cloudy. A 30% chance of rain showers in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds up to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Showers and chance of thunderstorms in the evening, then chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows around 60. Chance of precipitation 80%. Sunday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 70s. Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Monday, sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. Monday night, clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Tuesday night, mostly clear. Lows around 50. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. These are the noon observations for Thursday in Adrian. It was cloudy. The temperature was 65 degrees, the dew point 60, and the relative humidity 84%. The wind was northeast at 9 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.33 inches and steady. In other local observations, fog was reported with a temperature of 63 at Monroe, 64 at Lambertville, 66 at Toledo, and 67 at Defiance. It was cloudy with a temperature of 65 at Detroit and 59 at Hillsdale. Observations from the rest of the region. At Cleveland, fog was reported with a temperature of 68. At Cincinnati, it was mostly sunny with 85. It was cloudy with a temperature of 63 at Angola, 54 at Alpena, 57 at Grand Rapids, and 65 at Chicago. At Fort Wayne, drizzle and fog were reported with a temperature of 68. These are the new marine observations for Thursday at Port Hope. The wind was north at 10 miles an hour. The report from Port Huron was not available. At Mount Clemens, the wind was north at 12 miles an hour. At Rose Hill, the wind was northeast at 6 miles an hour. At Monroe, the wind was northeast at 6 miles an hour. The report from Saginaw Bay Light was not available. At Crowley Shoals and Outer Saginaw Bay, the wind was north at 16 knots, gusting to 18. At Harbor Beach, the wind was north at 14 knots, gusting to 16. For the North Lake Huron, northeast of Delkina, the wind was north at 8 knots, gusting to 12. And the waves were 2 feet. South Lake Huron recorded winds from the north at 14 knots. Water temperature is 53 degrees. Air temperature is 57. For the Western Lake Erie, northeast of Sandusky, the wind was north at 14 knots, gusting to 16. The waves were 2 feet. Silver Lake recorded winds from the north at 14 knots. Air temperature is 64. This is No Weather Radio, all hazards. Station WMG 647 in Adrian.
There you go. It's going to be rainy some point this weekend. Hey, look at the little hearts. Little treats from my little rabbit guy. Little hearts. Little grain hearts. Buster, want a snack? Oh, come on, Cage. Here you go, bud. Oh yeah, he's eating. He's eating. So I hope today is going well enough for everybody. And whoever you one viewer are. You know, Nani, if that's you, you can say hi. If nobody knows how, you can look in that box right underneath your screen if you don't have full screen on, and you'll see a little square down there next to the share button. It says live chat. You can always say hi, or say take your hat off, or change your hat. I got different hats. See, I got one here. I like this hat, but I like to wear it with different kinds of clothing. And I also wear this when I've only wore this once with clown makeup, but that's kind of what I bought it for. It's my clown hat. Yeah, but it's actually my chillin' hat, because when I put the clown makeup on, I feel pretty chill. Pretty chill. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it's hard to get out of facial hair. So if you're going to put clown makeup on, it's worth shaving. Yep. So there's one hat. I got another right here. I wear this often. Oh, yeah. It's my hat. Can't see my eyes, but I can see. I can see. Believe me. Believe me, I can. Yep, I like that hat. Put it back. Yep, I guess you could say I wear many hats. No hats up here. Want to see something cool, though? My wife's stepfather, my step cousin, was given these by his brother-in-law. He brought down a bunch of stuff. These are Night Hero night vision goggles. Now, these ones actually, see that light, that green light there, that projects a cone of illuminescence, and something with the lenses supposed to be able to pick that stuff up pretty good. I don't know. They're kind of hard to see through during the day, I'll tell you that much. But they work. I mean, I can see my fish tank. Maybe if I do this just right, maybe you can see something as well. Let's see, get the angle right. Maybe not. I'm trying here, you know. I'm trying. Gotta get right up there, I guess. Oh, yeah. Nothing. Can't see anything. Can we? All right. Well, whatever. Whatever. I tried. I can see a little bit. Oh, yeah. See a little bit. But nonetheless, these are supposed to work at night. And yeah, they kind of do. They're not as good as like your legit night vision, like don't cast the light bull crap. But kind of neat. EMP will wipe that shit out, though. So I don't get myself dependent on such things. So yeah, haven't really used them. Just looking around here in town. But I oughta go out on my bike ride tonight, take them with me, and see what I can see in the woods. Whoa, another viewer. You surprised me. I'm just showing night vision goggles. They're not goggles, binoculars. I have 2 pair of binoculars. That's what we got. I'll show you. Green light lights up the area you're trying to look at the binoculars from. From this distance to the table, it gives about 1.5 inch circle, and it just spreads out. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a rechargeable thing. There ain't something I can swap batteries for, so, you know, it's got its limited uses, and I'm not dependent. By the way, like always, feel free to use the live chat. And if you don't, that's fine too, because I'm just going to probably keep talking, or maybe just be quiet. I did do something a little different today for the live stream. I made notes. Oh yeah, I'm not showing my notes, but don't need to. I'm just gonna look at them and talk about it for a couple minutes. It's about my plans, and if I have plans, and yes, I do. I have plans. I've made plans for my family. Okay, because a friend of mine asked me very recently, like, well, about my plans and my boundaries. Specifically my boundaries and where I draw some lines. And well, a lot of people might be surprised if they knew all the things that I have ran through my mind and have prepared for. And I'm not going to share all that because of OPSEC or operational security. My plans need to be a surprise for the people that are not involved in my plans. And I've tried to make plans with other people, people doing their thing. And it's fine. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. People got to choose for themselves. So what are my plans? What are my boundaries? I'm not revealing that. So surprise. So this is what I will say. Okay. Number one, I'm going to be relying on my father's guidance. I rely on him today when life is easy. So I'll definitely be relying on him in hard times. So videos. Yeah. What I write here is no chilling when I'm talking about the villain. So I haven't been doing as many chilling videos, and it's because this kind of stuff weighs on my mind. And I don't really want to talk about what I think and what I feel about certain things and about certain people. Because, yeah, people are all around us, and in any situation, people are always the most dangerous variable we will ever face. So, yeah, talk about it here on the live stream, but I'm not exactly just chilling. I'm killing some time. I got an hour here, lunch break. I'm gonna get back on my laundry and stuff, and being a little house daddy. Yep. Which I'm still waiting on that email from the school or a phone call from yesterday's technical issues. They want to do remote learning. Well, they need to step it up as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, no chilling when I'm talking about the villain. And I like to chill. So as far as talking about villains and my plans and my boundaries, that's going to be something to talk about with my family, and that's probably about it. I've given my warnings. I've given my advice. People don't have to look far to see what they should be seeing. Ain't my job no more. That time's over. And men are going to choose as they choose. Yeah, minds are made for the most part, from what I see. I guess I'm a little bit of a pessimist when it comes to people. But that's part of the reason that I've stopped giving warnings. Moved on from raising the flags to enjoying my time with the people that I have. And then came the time to accept separations, and for with everything I see coming, going to be separations. All right. And in the end, I know there's a lot of people that I know that are just going to think I'm crazy, that are going to think I'm an idiot for the choice that I make, and really the choice I've already made. So be it. I can be Mr. Crazy. I really don't care. Because, well, simple fact is, I look around and I got hell of a lot of thoughts and feelings about what I see in the world and with people around me. So if you knew what that was, you'd know I really don't give a flying fuck what they think. So children, boundaries, yeah. Men, maintain security. Yeah, that's about the best I can tell you when it comes to men. And when I say men, I mean mankind, people, men, women, adults, people. Remember, people are the most dangerous thing in any situation. They're the most dangerous, unpredictable variable. And actually, they're very quite predictable. People are selfish. People are destroyers. Not too many people are actually healing people or trying to or caring to. But children are innocent, and I hate to see a child suffer because of a piece of shit man that didn't take care of them or see what was coming and have the provisions for their family, that the men that are asleep at the wheel, by choice. By choice. They choose it, they want it. And those men are probably not suited to exist outside the system. Are you going to have football in the world I'm living in? Fuck no. Fuck no, you ain't having football. So right there, it's a deal breaker for a lot of people I know. Can't live without the fucking football. Got to watch grown men play games. Whatever. I'm into watching kids play, and I'm into playing sometimes, but there are more important things in life than what people seem to think is important. And I look around and it's like there's a lot of fucking petty shit. People all beating themselves up for, or thinking they got an imaginary idea of what their life is supposed to be, and they don't even live a fucking life because of it. So that's the thing. I'm gonna have to maintain security against those kind of people. Okay, that's why I don't tell you what my plans are, what I will do, or what my boundaries are, because people are somewhat unpredictable, but they're predictable enough that I know better than to share everything. Yep, but children are innocent, and I'm not turning away a child. Yep, if come down to my last bit of food, I'll go hungry. I'll go hungry, and I'll go looking for food for a child. All right, but I believe my father, and like I said, number one, I'm going to seek his guidance. Because the choices I would make as a man bound in flesh, well, my flesh want to do something totally different from day to day compared to what the Father might have me do. So I rely on his guidance, and I rely on his care and his provisions for me, because just like I work to make sure my family's taken care of, my Father's doing the same, far ahead of me too. Pieces are in place. It's already happened. It's already happened. Everything's already happened. Yeah. Ain't that a concept to blow your fucking mind, that when you look at prophecy, it's not a prediction of the future. It's a foretelling of what actually already happened. It already happened. If we could let go of the concept of time, maybe we'd understand that everything's already happened. Doesn't mean our choices make no difference, because we're still choosing what we choose. It's just God is not bound by time. He sees the beginning, the middle, and the end. And really, there is no end with him. Forever and ever. So that's great. So let's move on to my brother. All right, here's my example of how I've dealt with this. My brother, I told my brother more than I've told a lot of people about the specifics of what I see happening and how I see it playing out. I did this to him just to try to open his mind to think that maybe there's some more he should be doing. And I doubt my brother's preparedness and his ability to exist without the system. I don't see the provisions being made that I think he should be making and could be making. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about a lot of things. But nonetheless, here's my warning to my brother. Don't be that guy that makes guys like me make difficult choices. Okay? And that's where I leave it off. Yep, that's where I leave off my notes. And that's about the best I got to say about all of that. What's coming? I'm not getting into that. I've already talked a little bit about that. What I'll do, done shared all that. Oh my gosh, might as well take it. Hello? Angela? Angela? Angela, are you a robot? How can you prove that you're a real person to me? Because I am suspecting you are not. Yeah. I'm no idiot. That was a robot. I says, Angela, and she repeated the same fucking thing, word for word, syllable by syllable, that she had just said. And she didn't hear me, apparently. So then I asked her if she was a robot, which you heard. And she paused, gave a cute little giggle, and then she says, no, I can assure you I am a live agent. And of course, you heard what I said next, and it disconnected. So apparently, when you're on to them, they don't want to pursue that anymore. We're too smart for that shit. But I'll tell you, over the last few years, that artificial intelligence and voiceover bullshit and how they address your questions has gotten very much better. But as you can see, it ain't getting by me. I mean, yeah, that was a human voice, but that was pre-recorded robot ran bullshit. So welcome to the world. So yeah, nice little talk for a live stream today, huh? 10 minutes of weather, 10 minutes or almost 15 minutes of me talking about shit that really makes me feel kind of upset and sad sometimes, but I'm not burdened by it. Not really. See, part of my preparedness isn't just stocking up on some food for my family and medicine and making plans for scenarios. It's when I make plans for scenarios, you see, from the time I wake up to the time I go down, my mind is running. It is running. And it's running on a lot of different stuff. And when it comes to thinking about things that can happen or might happen or are likely to happen, I think about all the different little variables I can think of, because my preparedness isn't just about having food and tools and all those things. It's about knowing how to use them. It's about thinking of the possibilities. That way I can avoid the shock and awe and the panic that comes along with it. Really, what do you do? I don't even want to start running scenarios before you, because that could get real dark real quick. And that goes into when I talk about some of the things I would be willing to do may seem absolutely cold-blooded. Let's just say I'd be very apprehensive about sending a stranger away without food that knows I have food. Yeah, a stranger would be an easier one to deal with than some of the other things I've thought about. So you can understand why I don't want to be talking about this shit when I'm just trying to chill out, So be great time to change the subject. How about I take another couple puffs off this cigarette? That sounds like it might feel good. Keep my heart racing a little bit. Take away a little bit of my breath. So still no live chats. I got two little creepers, and I'm thankful you're here. I hope you're enjoying my talk, and if you're not, well, leave the channel. That's all right too. Yep, 11 subscribers. I'm moving up in the world, you know. Won't be long, and I'm gonna be 12 subscriber famous. Yep. Although I am curious as to my last subscriber. I have developed a couple of scenarios that I like to put a story to how they came across me and ended up subscribing to me. One of them is code word Revo Soldier. Yep, code word Revo Soldier. That's theory number one I like to think about. Number two is maybe they happened across my little guitar playing, or maybe one of my chilling videos, or one of the mask videos. I don't know, but you know, a lot of different possibilities. Just, it interests me. They seem to be a regular person. It's actually, I looked at their subscription list and has quite a few subscriptions in common with me. So I think we're probably a lot like-minded, and it could be the COVID garden brought them in, or the mask videos. And hey, I got a mask right here. I keep one nearby. Yep, right here. And I've done demonstrations of my face coverings before. This one, very easy to breathe through. Yes, it is. I have a surgical mask. My big ears got hung up. I have a surgical mask too. That's actually in the van. I use it when I go to the dispensary, and across the front of that, I wrote, "This mask does not protect against, or this mask does not stop the spread of coronavirus." So, and people are like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, "It's on the box." Whitmer did say I could write political statements on my mask. I've tried to keep the vulgar language off of that kind of stuff, though. I rarely put a mask on, but there are times that, like when I go to the grocery store, fuck your mask. When I go to buy gasoline, fuck your mask. You say that's essential shit. Personally, you said it was essential for me to be able to go to my weed store and my alcohol store too. I'm not a drinker, but Whitmer did say that it was essential businesses to stay open. So I shouldn't have to wear a mask in my opinion, but I also see the reality that that is not essential. So I don't try to give them a hard time. And if that don't make sense and seems like a double standard, I really don't give a shit. That's me. That's me. Yep. I pick and choose. For my wife's sake, when I go up to deal with my son's school stuff, I could be that a-hole that barges in there without his mask and says, fuck that, it's not a law. But my wife works for the school, you know, and for her sake, I put on the mask for the 15 minutes to a half hour that I have to deal with the shit for the remote learning. And it sucks. And it's funny because, like, I walk in there and they ain't got their mask. I'm like, don't worry about that mask. I don't give a shit. I go to the grocery store and I thank people for not wearing a mask, you know? So, but I also smile at the people wearing them. And one thing that I've noticed a change on, before, people give me dirty looks, always giving me dirty looks, but I never really gave them a look. Then I found smiling at people is almost like their whole "I hate you for not wearing a mask" thing had wore off. I'd smile and you could see it in their eyes. They were smiling and, you know, giving you a little greeting. But now it's back to the "I hate you, you're a piece of shit, put on your fucking mask." And I don't know if I've said this. I think I probably have, but yeah, I literally heard someone one day say they think if you don't wear a mask, you should be shot. I am not getting into my thoughts and feelings on a statement like that. But what a sad thing to say. Yep. And it's really probably a good thing we're not in the Old West. But hey, you know, hold your tongue, be slow to anger. I try. So, but it still did bother me to hear that because it just shows me the brainwashing. Yeah, I see that a lot. I see it with people in the medical field, especially. Uh, but I understand it. You know, when you're a highly skilled, trained medical professional and this stuff doesn't make sense and starts to look like a hoax, well, you're going to have to argue against that or you'd be a dumb fuck, right? So I've noticed that a little bit with some people. And even people like working in adult foster care, you know, and even regular people just think they know so much. Well, all along the way, I think we've been shown that nobody really knows a damn thing. And the more we do know, the less scary everything seems. I'm just a man with an observation and an opinion. I am not a medical professional. I'm not a scientific scholar. I'm not even a theological scholar. So if I start talking religion, you take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, I might smoke the rest of this. Ain't no good to smoke a butt. So no live chat yet. 2 viewers. I'll probably go a full hour. You got 20 minutes. I can just sit here. You know, I probably won't sit here quietly, though. It's going to be a good day today. It has been so far. It's actually been a great day. I went and I got up early. I went to the church, helped them unload a cooler to be prepared for the egg ministry. Apparently, within the next month, we should be getting the eggs. And so I'll be helping to wash some eggs and do that. I've got the time and I would like the fellowship. So be doing that and that'll be nice. Hey, food's a great ministry, whatever the food is. And eggs, yeah, eggs. It was funny. Sunday, the pastor, one of our members' congregations is the former pastor for a nearby church. He's in our congregation now, and we're happy to have him. He's very kind and tries to encourage people. I don't see that he likes me very well, but I think he's trying. I think he's just looking at me with some hard eyes. It's all right. You can look at me, get to know me if he likes, and if he don't like me, that's fine. But I doubt he'll ever tell me. Because that isn't an encouraging thing when you tell someone you don't like them or something about them. So we'll see how that goes. He's been very kind to me so far. And but anyway, his little sermon, he had mentioned eggs a few times and even mentioned about a verse in the Bible. If a man asks for an egg, will you give him a stone? So he was, I think, trying to encourage us about the positive nature of this little egg ministry. And I think he's right. You know, any kindness that we can show somebody has a lot of weight. Yep. Cigarette done. I don't know. I didn't enjoy the last couple puffs. I think it's the first puff. Actually, it's puff number 2 and puff number 3 that I've found give the satisfaction, and the rest of it's just because it's lit. So when I do smoke, I like to put them out because if I smoke the whole thing, I kind of feel a little congested. Yep. But I'm not back to smoking. All right. I'm fighting it though. I did smoke and yeah. Like I said before, have a cigarette, end up back where I was. And I'm not, but I could easily be. So I have to be active against that. And